don't you mess around with me. You're a heartbreaker, dream maker, love taker. Don't you mess around with me. You're a heartbreaker.
If you hear nothing else I say tonight, hear this.
An election.
We're in a situation now where the New England Medical Journal, one of the most serious journals in the whole world, said for the first time ever that the way this president has responded to this crisis has been absolutely tragic. Bullshit. And so, folks, I will take care of this. I will end this. I will make sure we have a plan. Because there's nothing we can do to change the trajectory of the pandemic in the next several months. I will take care of this. I will end this. I will make sure we have a plan. Because there's nothing we can do to change the trajectory of the pandemic in the next several months.
If you know, Biden and Obama stopped their testing. They just stopped it. You probably know that. I'm sure you don't want to report it. But they stopped testing. Right in the middle, they just went, no more testing. And on a much lesser problem than the problem that we have, obviously, with respect to this is the worst thing that's happened since probably 1917. This is a very bad thing. All over the world, it's 188 countries right now.
All right, joining us now, former National Security Advisor to President Obama, Susan Rice. President Trump yesterday was talking about coronavirus testing. He also made an assertion about the Obama administration and testing. So what's he talking about?
I have no idea what he's talking about. It's completely pathetic.
Under Obama, Biden, quote, and this is CBS reporting, CDC abruptly advised states to stop testing for H1N1 flu and stop counting individual cases.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
So while this president surged testing under the Obama administration, they stopped testing entirely. And Ron Klain, Vice President Biden's former chief of staff, said this: it is purely a fortuity.
And it's just purely a fortuity that this isn't one of the great mass casualty events in American history.
That H1N1 isn't one of the great mass casualty events in American history. It had nothing to do with us doing anything right. This is former VP Biden's chief of staff. It just had to do with luck.
Had nothing to do with us doing anything right. It just had to do with luck.
It wasn't until years later that the CDC admitted the U.S. had a total of 60 million cases of swine flu. In this light, it appears that government officials and the media downplayed the swine flu pandemic to make Obama look good, while today the Democrat machine is amplifying COVID-19 to discredit President Trump and sway upcoming elections.
This response has been extraordinary and historic. We didn't pause testing. The Obama-Biden administration did, and that was a shameful decision.
Barack Obama stepping out of private life with a now very public critique of his successor's pandemic performance.
Never one to walk away from a fight, the president is escalating his feud with his predecessor.
Federal agents were ordered not to wear protective masks.
We obtained a copy of this report. It's from a customs officer asking to wear a mask similar to this one to work. She was told she couldn't. Turns out the Department of Homeland Security has made it very clear no primary agents, meaning the ones right behind me here that look in your car when you cross the border, can wear those masks.
We think that the agency has taken a wrong turn with this. They're concerned with the political aspect of what it looks like to the general public.
Washington says the idea of seeing agents wear masks may spread more concern, but he argues it should be up to each employee. 10 News obtained a copy of one employee's request to wear one. The supervisor rejected the idea, saying the employee was requested to refrain from using the mask.
Look, he was an incompetent president. That's all I can say. Grossly incompetent.
Donald Trump fired back at Barack Obama after the former president criticized the U.S. response to coronavirus during a pair of commencement speeches.
More than anything, this pandemic has finally torn back the curtain on the idea that so many of the folks in charge know what they're doing. A lot of them aren't even pretending to be in charge.
You want to know what somebody's going to do? Look what they've been doing their whole lives.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
I believe that marriage is between a man and a woman.
I do not support gay marriage.
I believe that marriage is the union between a man and a woman.
I believe that gay couples deserve the same legal rights as every other couple in this country.
Oh, son of a bitch.
President Biden is restricting travel from India over that country's coronavirus surge. Before he was elected, you may remember then candidate Biden criticized President Trump for what he called hysterical xenophobia on the same day that then President Trump announced a travel ban to China.
Coronavirus emanated from China. A national emergency, worldwide alerts. This is no time for Donald Trump's record of hysterical xenophobia. But neither should we panic or fall back on xenophobia. Banning all travel from Europe or any other part of the world may slow it, but as we've seen, it will not stop it.
When President Trump was imposing travel restrictions in March, specifically on China, then candidate Biden called it xenophobic and fear-mongering. So now President Biden is putting travel restrictions on people coming in from other countries. What words we use to describe that?
Well, I don't think that's quite a fair articulation. The president has been clear that he felt the Muslim ban was xenophobic. He overturned the Muslim ban.
Coronavirus emanated from China.
Steps, travel restrictions in order to keep the American people safe.
Shut up already. Damn.
How is this not outright hypocrisy?
Well, this is why identity politics and using racism or xenophobia accusations falsely is frustrating, because President Trump put in travel restrictions on China to prevent people from coming here, to try and prevent a pandemic from occurring, not just in the United States, but around the world. And when the press secretary says that they have repealed a Muslim ban, well, that's not accurate either. President Trump signed an executive order that prevented people from failed states like Somalia, Libya, Yemen from coming to the United States because the governments there couldn't prove who these people were, whether they were terrorists or criminals. They didn't have an accurate portrayal or paper record in terms of documentation, passports, etc., to give the United States in order to make sure that bad people who wanted to do Americans harm weren't coming to this country. And so the bottom line is that President Biden and President Trump both put in travel restrictions against certain countries to prevent the pandemic and the virus from continuing to spread. That was true for President Trump. It is true for President Biden now. But the left accused President Trump of false xenophobia and racism when he did it to keep the American people safe. And Joe Biden, of course, is being praised for doing the same thing.